초콜릿은 달콤해 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 오렌지는 상큼해 상큼해 상큼해.
Definition of derivation. The derivatives is the exact rate at which one quantity changes with respect to another. Geometrically, the derivatives is the slope of curved point on curve. The derivatives is often called the instantaneous rate of change. The derivatives of a function represents an infinitely small change to a function with respect to one of its variable. It's written as dy all over dx. Note, always remember that dy all over dx does not mean dy divide dx, except when it is convenient to think of it as division. df all over dx does not mean df divide dx, except when it is convenient to think of it as division. dx does not mean d times x. dy does not mean d times y. Application of derivatives in real life. Automobiles. In an automobile, there is always an odometer and a speedometer. These two gauges work in tandem and allow the driver to determine his speed and his distance that he has traveled. Electronic versions of these gauges simply use derivatives to transform the data sent to the electronic motherboard from the tires to miles per hour or mph and distance or km. The second one, radar guns. Keeping with the automobile theme from the previous slide, all police officers who use radar guns are actually taking advantage of the easy use of derivatives. When a radar gun is pointed and fired at your gear on the highway, the gun is able to determine the time and distance at which the radar was able to hit a certain section of your vehicle. With the use of derivative, it is able to calculate the speed at which the car was going and also report the distance that the car was from the radar gun. Rules and example of derivation. Power rule. Example: what is d over dx x cubed? The question is asking what is derivative of x cubed. We can use the power rule where n is equal 3. So, d all over dx x to the power of n is equal nxn minus 1. Next, d all over dx x cubed substitution is equal 3x cubed minus 1. I mean 3x to the power of 3 minus 1 all over 3x minus 2. In other words, the derivative of x cubed is 3x to the power of 2 or 3x squared. Next, multiplication by constant. Example: what is d all over dx? Example: what is d all over dx? 5x cubed. The derivation of cf is equal to cf. The derivative of 5f is equal to 5f. We know from the power rule that d all over dx x cubed is equal 3x to the power of 3 minus 1. So it will be now 3x squared. So d all over dx 5x cubed is equal to 5d all over 5dx x cubed is equal 5 times 3x squared is equal to 515x squared. Sum rule. Example: What is the derivative of x squared plus x cubed? The sum rule says the derivative of f plus g is equal to f prime plus g prime. So we can work out each derivative separately and then add them. Using the power rule, d all over dx, x squared is equal to 2x. So d all over dx, x cubed is equal to 3x squared. And so the derivative of x squared plus x cubed, it will be now 2x plus 3x squared. So difference rule. Example, what is d all over dv? The quantity of v cubed minus v to the power of 4. The difference rule says that the derivative of f minus g is equal to f prime minus g. So we can work out each derivative separately and then subtract them. Using the power rule, d all over dv v cubed is equal to 3v squared. So next, d all over dv v to the power of 4, it will be now 4v squared. Cube rather. And so the derivative of v cubed minus v to the power of 4 is equal 3v squared minus 4v cubed. Product rule. What is the derivative of a cosine x sine x? The product rule says the derivative of fg is equal fg prime plus f prime g. In our case, our f here is our cosine and our g is sine. We know from the table above, d all over dx cos x is equal negative sine x. So the derivatives of cos is negative sine x. And the derivatives of sine is equal to cos. So the derivative of cosine sine x is equal now cos x minus sine x. So it will be now cos squared x minus sine squared x. Next, the quotient rule. The quotient rule can be used to find the derivative of as follow. So here is our equation and our formula. Chain rule. Example, what is d all over dx sine x squared